We are giving out awards because for some of these guys, good morning, by the way, their work is done. We had a great conversation yesterday on the show about definition of MVP. Is it purely numbers-based? Is it if you take the player off the team, the effect on that team? Who's your guy in the American League right now?
In the American League, I think the answer is still Shohei Ohtani. I know he hasn't pitched since mid-August. I know he hasn't played since early September. But about 6 weeks ago, we were asking the question, is this the greatest baseball season anybody has ever seen? He's still going to finish with more plate appearances than Corey Seager, who feels like the obvious number 2 guy. And by the way, he pitched 130-plus innings at an incredibly high level. It's sad that it ended too early. It's sad that we don't get to see him on the October stage again, but I do think this is his second MVP season.
It's so interesting because you had Shohei 1 and Corey Seager 2 on that list. That's the exact example of what I'm talking about, right? Numbers versus imperative to a team. If you took Corey Seager off the...
I think that Corey Seager, you might have a case for him. He had 2 significant IL stints that took away from his season. I'm a big guy for playing. We'll certainly see it when it comes to things like Cy Young. I think attendance matters. It's the 6th tool. None of the other tools matter if you don't get on the field.
Okay, that's interesting. So in the National League MVP, you're looking at the same thing. I'm always interested in a category like this, what you're looking at, what your eye goes to.
So I want to say this, is I did this with a week left. I heard the bump, TV term, that Flo did about Betts Acuna Betts.
Yes.
And I have flip-flopped a lot on this, and I want to begin this. There's going to be a but here. If you told me I could pay money to go watch a baseball player play, I'd go watch Betts play. I hope the game looks like him moving into the future. Oh. Everything he does on the field. If you told me I had the first pick in a game for all my money, I would take him. He helps you every day in some way. Offense, defense, base running, high baseball IQ. And he's got the numbers. But I just look at Acuna. We're talking about a guy who's going to have a 40-70 season. It's hard to ignore. The Braves have kind of been the team of this. I know the Rays broke out early, but nobody has been like the Braves all season. And I just want to highlight, he feels like the engine of what the Braves do first. The Braves have scored 140 runs in the first inning this year. The record is 147 by the 2000 Cardinals, so it's in play. In the first inning this year, Acuna, 8 homers, 18 steals, 40 runs. He's walked more than, he's the leadoff hitter, 18 walks, 12 strikeouts. By the way, the Dodgers are great in the first inning and Betts is great in the first inning. We're talking about trying to find ways to split hairs here. I just think the more historic season is the Acuna season.
Okay. The definition of setting the tone. By the way, I've never seen you read that notebook. As long as we've been doing these segments, the beauty is we're going to see both of them, all of them, all 4 of them, really, when the lights shine brightest in the postseason. I feel like there are so many NL Cy Young candidates that have been great all season long. When you look at Blake Snell, though, 23 straight starts of 3 earned runs or less, a 1.20 ERA. He's gotten stronger as the year has gone by, and it was the exclamation mark last night.
Yeah. I don't think the voters got it right with Verlander in the AL in 2018. I thought Verlander pitched about 35 more innings than Snell. For Snell, that's the equivalent of about 5 or 6 starts. And I thought Verlander, for his bulk, had numbers that were so great that they should have, when you combine bulk and how great they were, he should have won the Cy Young. This year, there's no one, Snell's not going to get to say 200 innings, but there's nobody who's there, the Gallons, etc., Webb, who have had a better year than him. So I think Snell is the deserving National League Cy Young Award winner based on this 23-start run. But just, again, this one's close. I just tell you, I take you into like my thinking a little. When it's close in this, I certainly look at all the traditional numbers, metrics. I try to look at some other stuff, like who's great like on the road. I want to make sure they're not getting a big advantage, like pitching at home. By the way, Snell leads the majors, 1.99 ERA on the road. I like to look at who does best against, like, the 10 best offenses, scoring offenses. Snell's good at that, 3.01 ERA at 14 starts against the top 10 offenses. Corbin Burns, 250. Corbin Burns finishes great in all these. And I look at 7 innings, 2 runs, kind of the super quality start. By the way, Logan Webb had another one yesterday. He had 12. That's the most in the National League. But again, Burns, 8, Gallons, 9. It's one of the places where Snell, because he doesn't get to 7 innings a lot, only 3 times all year, he falls a little short, but I think he's the Cy Young
Completely
award.
dominant, going to win it in the American League and the National League. AL Cy Young, is this all but wrapped up? Is this a layup for you?
Yeah, I think it's probably the easiest award, because Cole's got everyone in attendance. He leads the American League in innings, and he leads the American League in ERA, and, WHIP, and, I looked at it, what was it, 6 inning starts of 2 runs or less. He leads the major league. He has 22 of them. The next most is 19. Yeah, I think Cole checked off a lot of boxes this year. Never started an All-Star game, got that. He's going to win in a Cy Young for the first time. The last 2 kind of big achievements for him is he has never pitched no-hitter perfect game, and he's gotten close to championships, but hasn't gotten there. They're the last 2 things left on his resume by the time we hand out this hard.
Okay, still time left to do it. 14-4 with a 2.75 ERA on the season.